I don't have Logi on my booster. Uh, I've got a particular setup. Um, and the ECM burst needs my safety disabled. I made friendly fire possible for Corp just for that, so I don't lose massive amounts of sec when I use it. Um, I've taken to getting a macro to get this turned on, pre-overheated. It's not bad. It's got a nice boost uh, when it's overheated, and that gives me about 50% chance of breaking the lock of any T3 Proteus that's going to come in and try to get me. I do like that Logi though. That's fun. Maybe I should get a mobile depot so I can switch out for Logi when I don't need the. What I've got is. I'll show you a second. I've got. I've got a drone link augmenter for range. Gives it 81 clicks. It's great for going up against battleships that are orbiting at 60 clicks. But I should really get a Logi on there so I can. Hopefully, I can make it cap stable. So I can get the drones to attack me so I can blap them off the field without concentrating on it and spending more time watching local and dealing with stuff like this. Right, so I've got my usual staggered crystals. Actually, they're not crystals, they're Tech 1. The nice thing about the Tech 1 is that the range is exactly the same as a modulated Tech 2, which makes absolutely no sense to me. Um, I prefer strip 1 miners for that headache-free usage. I might consider going to crystals. I've got the crystals locally. I could totally switch out for them. It's just the convenience of being able to switch types of ore quickly, not worrying about it, not watching if crystals are pop breaking, you know, the whole deal. It's just make your fit cheaper. So if you lose your coveter, it's not going to cost you a lot. Yeah, 25 million. Whoop to do, right? Yeah, it's pretty nice. A blank fitting. Wow, that's cute. There we go. Yeah, it's pretty good. My implants are harvest. This particular character has a full set. I like to probably switch it out for her too, but I like the option of knowing. In Eve, that's the key to the game. But yeah, I'll usually switch out the alpha and the, I believe it's the delta for CA1 and CA2. They're pretty expensive, but the extra CPU and power is welcome. Not on this particular effect, but on others. So I've got, of course, Hereticus in his min matter. We've got Manure Freak and the Galente Minor Freak in the MR. And of course, Rain in the Caldari. And my Asmos is a handy little vehicle, isn't it? Love it. Now the jet can mining. This is how I set it up. I get Seneche and I find an iceroid in the kind of middle of this orb that circles around the debris field, and I get a good spot, as shown. I get a personal bookmark. No need to clutter up the court bookmarks. And what I do is I get everybody to approach at 500 to the porpoise. And so they trail along, and as soon as we're in position, I get my miasmos to dump a snowball, rename it as 1, and then I get the porpoise to approach that. And after that, we're pretty much all set up, and it's off to the races. I tag all my roids with the booster, squad commander, and then everybody just puts one laser, usually one laser. I've only got 7 roids, so I've got rain on, it's a pretty big one, tag number 7, it's pretty big. So I put 2, so that normally I try not to let that happen to prevent losing efficiency, but it's big enough, and yeah, it's all good. There's not a lot really to worry about in low sec when you've got this sort of team going on. I don't have a Higgs rig on. I used to. I can get that porpoise into warp so quickly, but it's really cheap. I mean, as you've seen, you just look at the price of it. Okay, well, 100. Okay, so I kind of blinged out on the Sentinel, but you can really lower the cost a lot. It's a really cheap ship. Normally, it's probably the cheapest, but yeah, I kind of went crazy with the Sentinel burst jammer. But yeah. Yeah, I had some, I don't think they're Tech 2. No, they're all Tech 1. Alright, so here's the thinking. I've got a cloak. It's normally not useful in these situations. Everybody's so close together, it's not going to be helpful. The thinking behind it is that if the baddies come in on field, I warp everybody to home base. And if there's a Proteus close enough and it scrams me, I don't have enough slots to escape a faction scram, which is the usual Proteus fit for the Russians around here. I've got a 50% with my Sentinel burst. Pre-overheated. I'll align, get ready to warp, hit it, and try to warp. And if that doesn't work, I launch my Hornets and try to get the guy jammed and warp. Within 2 minutes, it's almost guaranteed you're going to be able to get GTFO. Now, if he's fast with the Sino and I get dumped on, well, I'm dead. But yeah, it's better than nothing. And if you're watching local, it's absolutely never going to happen. But, you know, mistakes happen. Yeah, I'm big on ECM. ECM absolutely rocks. I haven't tested it on the test server yet for the new cycle times for drones, but I want to see if it's a nerf or if it's a plus. I think they nerfed it. I'm not really sure. I think I've got to wait 20 seconds, but it only lasts 5 seconds, so that could be a problem. The chances get to eventually jam them is like quartered, so that's a huge nerf. But yeah, they're pretty handy. So I hope it's not a nerf. I hope it's a buff. So the same techniques. You just dump it and return to the jet can. Warp straight to the jet can. Sometimes I'm a bit off, depending where you land. But yeah, it's pretty simple. Brainless work. Just keep dumping that ore into the thing and watching local, being very careful. It's mostly simple. Keep your drones in. Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about going with the mobile depot, or even getting rid of the cloak. I use the cloak when I'm ice mining, but this is too cluttered to hope to cloak up quickly. So yeah, I'll have to think about that, and yeah, I'll do another video. Wonders of Logi. Ersatz Logi. I think I've covered everything. Yeah, basically, yeah.